Okay, good afternoon everyone. We are continue exploring the Satipatthana Sutra, okay, or the four foundation of mindfulness, or the arousing factor of mindfulness, which is in the Majjhima Nikaya, Sutra number 10, okay. And yeah, let's recap here before we move on. Last session, we were talking about the sutra. This is the open up of the first paragraph in the sutra in Satipatthana Sutra. Go over this one more time. The Buddha said, monks, this is the direct path. Okay, the direct path has a meaning. For the purification of being, for the overcoming of sorrow, lamentation, for the disappearance of dukkha and discontent, for acquiring the true or the right method for the realization of Nibbana, namely the four Satipatthana. Okay, the key word here is the direct path. This path lead us directly to what? To free ourselves from suffering or dukkha. Okay, and when the root cause of dukkha or suffering has been removed, we will realize or achieve Nibbana. Okay, the three keywords here. And to achieve this, the whole process of remove dukkha or the cause of dukkha or suffering and realize Nibbana, the Buddha suggests or introduced something called the four Satipatthanas. And he emphasized this is the direct path. The direct path means it takes us directly, okay, to free ourselves from suffering, to remove the hindrances, to remove ignorance, to remove all defilement from our mind. Before we move further, okay, maybe you have a question about the difference between sati and samadhi, or mindfulness and concentration. This is the question, Luang Pi get asked all the time. Sati means mindfulness, right? We are talking about mindfulness. And what's the difference between mindfulness and meditation? Okay, this is mindfulness. Okay, and samadhi is concentration or meditation. Okay, the question is, what is the difference between sati and samadhi, or being mindful and being concentrated? These two things, they are not the same, and we need to know the difference when we practice meditation. Okay, our goal is we want to have good meditation. That's why we sit, we close our eye, okay, we do the breathing, we do the walking. We want to have good meditation. And the two keywords here that we need to be able to differentiate is mindfulness and concentration, or mindfulness and meditation. If you look at the picture, okay, think of the horse as our mind. The horse is the mind. We want to calm the mind down. Okay, we want to be able to control the horse. Let's say you get the wild horse and you cannot just right away get on the horse and running, have it run as you want it. You need to train the horse first. The way you train the horse is you put the chain, okay, or the rope with the horse. This is called sati. Sati is like a rope or chain that you put on the horse, so you can somehow you have ability to control the horse. So when you chain the horse with, you need to chain it with somewhere. Okay, in this case you chain the horse, or you tie the horse to the post. Okay, the post is like concentration, okay, or the pole. You tie the rope with the horse and the pole. And why did you do that? The reason you do that because you want to control the horses. You don't want the horse to run too far. At least you can see, you can pull it back, you can stop the horse. This is how you train the mind. This is how you train the horses. So sati, in this case, mindfulness, sati is the ropes or the chain that you tie the horse to where you want to concentrate the mind. You want the horse to be still. Okay, concentration is go to the post or the pole. Okay, you tie the mind, okay, with this rope, this one, to the pole. So three things. Sati is the rope, mind is the horse, concentration or samadhi is the post or the pole. Eventually, okay, the horse will kind of get used to it and stop being still. Okay. If the horse start running again, you pull back the ropes, you pull back the chain, and then the horse cannot go far. Same thing when you meditate. All of a sudden, your mind become calm, you feel good, and right away you think of something. Oh, it's almost lunch. Think of food. Oh, I forgot to collect my rope. It's about to rain. So all kind of thinking come up. So it's similar to the horse start to run. So you pull it back. You pull your thinking back. This is called sati. As long as you know that your mind about to run away and you pull it back, that means you are mindful. See the picture? Okay, you are mindful. Okay, so the horse doesn't go away. Okay, as it's wanted to be, because we have sati, we tie the horse with the chain to the pole. Another question is, how do you know that you have meditation? You already have concentration when you meditate. Okay, you're mindful, you're thinking, you know what you're thinking, you try to stop that thinking. This is mindfulness. And when do we know we have meditation? When do we know meditation happen? When do we know that this is concentration happening already? When we sit. What is the factor? What is the criteria that tell us now meditation is happening? Now concentration is happening. See, when we meditate, we have to know now this is meditation is happening. There must be something telling us that we have good meditation. Let's say the horse stop moving. The horse stand there.
The stillness.
The stillness, yeah. Okay. And what usually happens when the mind being still?
Happy.
Happy, feel relaxed, feel good, feel peace, feel calm.
No more running thoughts.
Yes. Is concentration refer to peace? Okay, calm, happiness. When you feel peace, when you feel calm, when you feel happy, that means your mind is being, in the concentration mode. This is meditation. Okay? At sati level, you still think. Oh, I know what I think. That means you're thinking. But at meditation level, you don't think. You feel good about your practice. You feel happy, you feel peace, you feel calm, you feel the body expand, you feel light. You feel the whole world disappear. This is all about feeling good. Okay? That's the difference. So you must be able to differentiate that. Okay. And another thing I like to mention here, okay, this is a lot of text, but I think it's important about the Satipatthana, the 4 arousing factor of mindfulness. Okay? So I summarize for you. The Buddha talked to Sariputta, okay, that if he has 4 monks who can live 100 years. Let's say I have 4 students, and my student can live for 100 years. And every single day, these 4 students ask me question about mindfulness. Okay? So ask me one question after another. All day, every time a student meet teacher, student ask question about mindfulness. For 100 years, 4 of them. Okay? The Buddha said, there is no ending of Tathagata answer all the question. There's no end. This is how deep of Satipatthana. Because Satipatthana or practice, developing this mindfulness, okay, there are many levels of practicing. You can practice on, to be happy on a daily basis. At the same time, you can utilize this concept to remove defilement from your mind. It's very deep. That is why this one, the Buddha said, it can take us to Nibbana. What can take us to Nibbana? Satipatthana. And why is that? Because Satipatthana is the direct path, okay, that take us to realize Nibbana or remove the dukkha. Okay, let's go to the sutra. Okay, this one on the second page of your handout, on the second paragraph. Okay, I will read it for you. So we will go slow, and I want you to familiar with the terms. And this is a good chance for us to study the Buddhist scripture together by using Satipatthana Sutra as the beginning of Buddhist scripture study. Okay, here in this sutra, monks, in regard to the body, okay, start from number 1, the body first. A monk live contemplating or thinking, considering, pondering about the body in the body. He live contemplating, okay. The next one is feeling. The first one is body. The third one, he live contemplating the mind. And the last one, which is the 4 factor, the number 4 factor, he live considering or pondering of the Dhamma or the mind object. Okay? One, body. Second, feeling. The third is mind. And number 4, the fourth is Dhamma or mind object. The 4 factors that the Buddha mentioned. That we need to practice mindfulness on these 4 factors. Body, feeling, mind, and mind object. Okay? And again, as the very last of each factor, the Buddha said this one repeatedly, which we cannot overlook. He said, persevere or diligent, clearly knowing and mindful, free from desire and discontent in regard to the world. It's short, but it's deep. The Pali used the word atapi. Okay, this one atapi, which means diligence or persevere. Clearly knowing, sampachano, clearly knowing. Okay, clearly understanding. And satima mean what? Again, mindful. These 3 things support each other. Okay, atapi mean, you persevere, you practice body, feeling, mind, mind object non-stop. Persevere non-stop, day after day, night after night. Not only that, okay, not only you persevere, you are develop something called sampachano, or clearly knowing of everything that you observe. When you observe the body, you clearly knowing or understand your whole physical body. How do you feel when you take a good deep breath? How do you feel when you take a short deep breath? How do you feel when you breathe long and breathe short, or something like that? The whole body, how do you feel? What happened? Is the body expand or the body shrink? Okay, and the third one is satima. Satima means you mindful of that phenomenon of the body expand, the body disappear, feel agitated, feel comfortable, breathe in, breathe short. Okay, these 3 things, 3 factors support each other for us to observe each particular subject of the mindfulness, which is the body, the feeling, the mind, and the mind object or the Dhamma. In this picture, okay, it's summarized 4 things in Satipatthana. The first one is body, second one is feeling, the third one is the mind, and the last one is the mind object or the Dhamma. What is body? This is body. Okay, in these 4 factors, which one is the easiest way to observe? Yeah, the body is the easiest one to observe. That's why the Buddha start off with something simple, something that we can relate it to, something that we can observe from the physical eyes. Okay, we observe the body first. Once we're comfortable with the body, then we observe the feeling. Feeling we cannot see, but we can feel. Okay, feel good, feel bad, feel neutral, feel positive, negative, feel okay, not okay. Okay, and the third one, the mind. What is the mind? The mind imply the thinking. Okay, when we observe the mind, that means we observe the way we think. Is your mind have greed? If your mind have anger, if your mind have lust, okay, you see your mind, what your mind thinking at the moment. Do you feel laziness, or this is exactly what you see yourself. You cannot lie to yourself. Your feeling, okay, your thinking. And what about the last one, the mind object, the Dhamma? The reason it's called mind object because this object causes the mind to think. Okay, let's say when you feel like you are about to getting mad, you think that you angry, you feel angriness, and you're thinking also, you thinking bad, you want to hurt someone, you want to say something bad. That's the thinking. Okay, but if you look deeper in the mind, you may notice that why exactly that caused you to feel mad or to feel unhappy. That means your sati has to be very strong so you can think deeper into your mind. Okay, it's called mind object. You look deeper, not just thinking bad or thinking good, but look behind that why. Okay, what caused you thinking bad or what caused you thinking good. And here is the detail. Okay, in Satipatthana Sutra, okay, talk about the 4 factors. The first one, the body. Okay, the second one, the feeling. The third one is the mind. and the last one is the mind object, right? And when you go through the text by yourself, this is how you will find. This is on page number 3. Okay, the body. Okay, the text, which is the way the Buddha explained. The Buddha explained about how to contemplate the body. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The Buddha talked about 6 things in the text of how we can contemplate our body. Okay, start from number 1. Contemplate the body of what? What object? He used breathing as an object, the first object. Okay, to observe breathing. The second one, the posture. Posture mean what? Posture mean there are 4 postures. Okay, standing, sitting, walking, and lying.
Oh yes.
Okay, there are 4 major posture in our daily life, which is standing, okay, sitting, walking, and lying down. And the third one is called activities. What is activities? Activity is eating, brushing your teeth, getting dressed, okay, driving a car, cooking, shopping. This is called activity. Okay, there are so many activity in daily life, so we use activity as an object to contemplate the body. This everything here you see on the first group is considered the group of the body. Contemplate the body. Okay, start from breathing, start from posture, start from activities. And number 4, okay, the 4th object is anatomical part. What is anatomical part? We're talking about this one, anatomical part. Okay, you see body hair, head hair, nail, teeth, skin, okay, muscle, bones, marrow, kidneys, heart, liver, okay, spleen, lung, intestines, okay, stomach. These are, okay, the anatomical part that we can use as an object when we practice mindfulness. There are many of them, okay? 32 of them. This is number 5, 4 elements, right? And number 6 is called the corpse decay, which is the dead body. 4 elements mean what? Earth, water, wind, fire. We reflect on the element in the body. Body composed of 4 elements, right? Earth, which is solid, right? Water, which is liquid. Wind, which is the air or the space in the body, okay? And the fire, which is the temperature. Solid, liquid, space, and temperature. We can use this as an object when we contemplate the body as well. Okay, so each group has a detail that the Buddha explained. So you're gonna have to explore and kind of get to know them, and perhaps looking for something that fits your personality, fits your characteristic, and then it helps you to practice mindfulness better. You don't have to know. You don't have to practice all of this. Just find some technique. Okay, which is today we will not cover these 6 factors. We will focus on only the first one, which is the breathing technique. Okay, otherwise this lecture is going to be a very long lecture. Okay, just start from the breathing. So again, before we move on, the number 6 talk about the corpse decay, which is the dead body. The Buddha suggests, for some people to use the dead body as the object of meditation, as the object of practice mindfulness. Okay, there are many characteristics of the dead body, as you can see on the right hand side. Okay, the dead body with the blood, okay, with the tendons, okay, the skeleton with flesh and blood, okay, bone detached from the body, okay, scattered around, okay, and you see foot bone, the shin bone, okay, there are all kind of crop that you can think of. It's very disgusting, but it works for some people. It doesn't work for many people. Again, the Buddha put everything together here in one package, so you can explore by yourself, study by yourself, and look deeper into some technique that you feel comfortable to. Again, breathing, posture, activities, anatomical part, elements, and crop decays or dead body. 6 factors of this, okay, fall into the group of body contemplation. But today, in this lecture, we will only focus on the first one, which is breathing. Okay, contemplate on the breathing only. And later on, okay, we'll explore to the second group, which is feeling. What are feeling that the Buddha mentioned in the text? The Buddha talked about three kinds of feeling. So this in this particular slide, okay, explain the overview of Satipatthana Sutra. The Buddha explained four main factors. Okay, what are those things? Body, feeling, mind, and mind object. Okay, and in each factor, the Buddha also give explanation to each different objects that we can use in contemplate. Okay, the body in contemplate the feeling, in contemplate the mind, and in contemplating the Dhamma or the mind object. For the body, there are 6 items. Okay, breathing, posture, activity, anatomical parts, element, and crop decay or the dead body. And today we will focus on the breathing. Okay, and if you continue, okay, to the second object, which is the feeling, in the text, the Buddha will talk about 3 kinds of feeling. Okay, or vedana. Feeling is vedana. Okay, there are 3 kinds of feeling. Okay, which is pleasant, this one, and neutral, second one, and unpleasant. Okay, sukha, atukkama sukha, and dukkha. Okay, sukha mean what? Sukha mean happy, feeling good. Okay, dukkha mean what? Unpleasant, unhappy. Okay, feeling bad. And neutral, atukkama sukha, you don't feel happy, you don't feel sad either. You in between. Okay, there are 3 kinds of feeling that we can observe. We will go in detail again when we talk next session about the feeling. Okay, today we just get to know the whole picture of Satipatthana. The third factor is the mind. Okay, the mind, when we talk about the mind again, the mind we talk about thinking. The mind has ability to think, right? So it can think that the mind thinking of lust, thinking of anger, thinking of delusion. Okay, basically, we know what we think. We think good, think bad, think not good, not bad, and then we can use that to observe why you're thinking bad, why you're thinking good. This is one object that the Buddha mentioned in the text. And the last object is the Dhamma or the mind object. This is advanced, okay, and difficult to observe. It is advanced. There are 5 of them. Okay, the first one, we observe the hindrances. This is number 1. Everyone know hindrances are Nibbana. When we learn about meditation, we learn 5 hindrances. What are those 5 hindrances? The first one is sense pleasure, right? Sense pleasure. Think of having material thing, okay? Human, animal, object. Woman, money, fame, car, houses. This is kama chantha. And the second hindrance is called ill will, hatred. You feel mad, you feel agitated, you feel unhappy. The third one is called sleepiness. You drowsiness. You don't feel fresh. Okay? Either you sleep less last night, or either you eating too much, so you fall asleep in the afternoon. Okay, that's number 3. And number 4 is we call restlessness. Restlessness, or you thinking too much non-stop. You worry about here and there. Okay, never stop thinking, and the mind cannot be calm. And the last hindrance is doubt. You have question. You don't understand the technique. You don't understand why you meditate. You don't follow, the teaching of your instructor. So you have doubt. That's why you cannot make progress in meditation, because you have doubt, and you don't clear that doubt out of your mind. These are the 5 hindrances. And the second elements of the Dhamma or the mind object is aggregate. What is aggregate? In fact, it's a 5 aggregate. Okay, this is number 2. 5 aggregate. We touched on this. Okay, a few days ago. 5 aggregate is what? Body and mind, right? Body is a form, and mind also have 4 elements. Okay, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vinyan. Vedana means feeling. Sanya means ability to memorize our memory. Sankhara means thinking. You can think good, think bad, think not good, not bad. And Vijnana, you have ability. The mind has ability to know. This is a man. This is a woman. This is hot. This is spicy. This is green. This is red. This is knowing or Vijnana. Okay, 5 aggregate. It's not easy to see. Okay, how it works. That's why this group, the group number 4, is advanced level. Okay, and the third elements in the mind object is sense sphere. Sense sphere mean what? Eyes, ears, right? Nose, okay? Tongue, physical touch, and mind object. Okay, this is where information come to our mind, outer world and inner world. Okay, sense sphere. And the fifth element is awakening factor. Okay, awakening factors. There are 7 of them. Okay, which is in the handout on the last page. Awakening factor. And the last one is the Four Noble Truth. This is number 4 and number 5. The Four Noble Truth, which is again the essence of the teaching of the Buddha. Once we understand the Four Noble Truth, the dukkha, the cause of dukkha, okay, and the ending of dukkha and how to end dukkha, this is done. The job is done. And that is why Satipatthana can go to the advanced level, help us to remove all defilement from the mind, and then we can realize Nibbana. Okay, this is very deep. Don't get discouraged or demotivated. Okay, today we're gonna start off with something that we can actually relate it to or simple, which is the body. Contemplate on the body. But contemplating on the body again has 6, of subject that we can practice: breathing, posture, activity, anatomical part, element, and crop indicate. We will start off with the breathing first. In fact, the day that you ordain, your preceptor already give you the object to contemplate of meditation. Remember? This is called anatomical part, number 4. He said, Kesa, head hair, Loma, skin hair, Nakha, your nail, Ta, your teeth, and Tacho, your skin. So this is Satipatthana by contemplate the body part. But this 5 things is easy to observe because we can see. We cannot observe our lung, heart, stomach. We cannot see it. We can imagine, but we cannot see. But this thing we can see. And when I see your hair, I can reflect as well. Oh, Lumpy Paul have a gray hair. Okay, he's getting old. So this is how we reflect on the body. That the body is impermanent. The body is changing, and the body is suffering. See, this is how we gain wisdom from contemplating the body, something we can see. But today, okay, we don't focus on this number 4 subject. We will focus on the number 1 subject, which is the breathing. Everyone see the picture, right? Okay, we will not cover feeling, mind, and mind object today. We will start with the first group, which is contemplation of the body by observing the breathing. But before we get to that, keep this picture in mind all the time. Whether you observe the body, whether you observe the mind, whether you observe the mind object. Feeling, okay, body, feeling, mind object. This picture, okay, please keep in your mind all the time. This is the keyword that most students kind of overlook the importance of this keyword. Okay, it's always come at the end. When you reflect on the body, these 3 things come at the end. When you reflect the feeling, these 3 keywords come at the end as well. My object, again, these 3 things is a supporting factor for us to achieve in contemplating the body, feeling, mind, my object. What is that? The first one is atapi. Okay, I already say that. Atapi means persevere or diligent. Okay, 2, non-stop practicing. Okay, for you to be able to observe, okay, your body, your feeling, your mind, my object, you cannot stop practicing. Okay, especially when we move on something that more refined, like feeling, mind, my object, we cannot see from the physical eye. So you need to very persevere, okay, practice non-stop. And the second element, okay, this is number 1, number 2, and number 3, is called a clear knowing, clear comprehension, or sampachano. Sampachano, remember this morning we talked about sampachanya? Similar, right? It's dealing with wisdom. So you persevere, you observe, and then you understand how the breathing affect the body, how the body affect the breathing. And the third one is satima. Satima means mindful. So atapi, sampachano, satima, or persevere, clear knowing, and mindful. These 3 factors, okay, go together all the time to support each element of mindfulness. So clear knowing, sampachano, okay, and then followed by mindful or satima. What happened, okay, if you practice long enough? if you stick with one object, let's say you focus on the breathing. Okay, let's focus just on one object, which is the breathing. Forget about the rest, otherwise we get confused. So when we observe the breathing, we persevere, breathing in, breathing out, okay, all day long, and then we understand how the breathing affects the body. When you breathe in long, how do you feel? When you breathe in short, how do you feel? Okay, and then with that, okay, you also mindful when the breath go in, when the breath come out. Okay, this is like continue process, and eventually, okay, your mind will free from desire and discontent. That's the result. Okay, Pali used the word, okay, apicca and tomanat. Tomanat means discontent. Apicca point to desire. Okay, basically, when you practice breathing in and breathing out, long enough, up to a certain level, your mind will be calm. This is the result. The result means your mind is calm, okay, and you feel content. And what does it mean when your mind is calm and content? That means samadhi or concentration happen from sati, okay, moving to concentration or samadhi. Here, this is how the Buddha start when he teach contemplating the body. This paragraph is very important. He said, monk, how does a monk, okay, contemplating the body in the body? Okay, it's on your 6th page. Okay, and the last paragraph. How does a monk abide contemplating the body in the body? Let me read it to you first. Here, a monk who is forest gone or gone to the root of tree. Okay, monk who go to the forest, to practice meditation. Okay, or gone to an empty place. He sit down, cross-legged, okay, holding his back erect, and arousing mindfulness in front of him. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 steps here. Pay attention. Okay, he said, if the monk want to practice meditation by contemplating the body, okay, what the monk do? You go find yourself a quiet place. Go to the forest, sit underneath the tree, in the cave, in the empty house, wherever you feel comfortable. You go there. That's number 1. To have good meditation, you need to find quiet place. The enemy of meditation is noise. Okay, so that's why many monks like to go deep in the forest, to away from the community, to away from noises. Second one, you sit down. Okay, but you don't have to. Okay, you can stand, you can walk. Okay, this is the standard procedure. You find a tree, you feel good, you sit down, and then you sit cross-legged. The second step, you sit cross-legged. Not only that, the Buddha suggests you to sit with your back straight up, erect. You sit with your back straight up. Don't sit with your back bending because you can fall asleep. And then you start arousing mindfulness in front of you. The question is where exactly that we place our attention. What he means by in front of you, in front of him. In front means what? Over there, or here, or somewhere on your face. This is exactly in the text. When you read yourself, you may have a question: where exactly the Buddha wants me to put my attention? Okay, in front of me. Where is in front of me? Okay, and this is something interesting. Okay, I found that one particular sutra, Sariputta, okay, explained to different monks of where to place attention when we practice breathing meditation. Okay, in front of him mean what? There are 3 places. This is number 1. This is number 2, and this is number 3. When you breathe out, you may feel that your breath touch somewhere here, and you may feel that your breath touch at the this area. Okay, location number 2. Or some people may feel that your breath touch somewhere in this area, on your lips. Okay, this is mean in front of him, in front of you, not over there. Okay, you can find, the place that you can be aware that, okay, this is my, breathing. When I breathe out, this is where the breath touch my body. Most people, okay, comfortable with location number 2. Oh, right there. This is the place where you keep your attention. So you don't following your breath in and you don't following your breath out. You keep your attention fixed at one place. Can be place number 2, can be place number 3. Okay, number 1 I think is hard to feel. Like it's inside, right? But at the location number 2 you can feel, and maybe location number 3 is better for many people. So you keep your attention fixed here when you practice breathing meditation. So you don't following it inside, you don't following the breath outside. Otherwise the mind cannot be still. You have to keep it fixed here. In Thailand, we have the word called lom hai chai. This is quite interesting. Lom hai chai. English translate to breath, 1 word. In Thai, 3 words. Okay. Lom mean what? Breath. Hai mean disappear. Chai mean mind. All together, how do you translate? Lom hai chai mean the breath that you take disappear in your mind. Wow, quite deep. So that means people, whoever come up with this term, I think they know what it means. That's why people come up with the vocabulary to represent something. So if we following our breath in, we may find our mind. Because when you breathe in deep, at that turning point before you breathe out, that is called the center of the mind. That is called the home of the mind. And this covered by พระมงคลเทพมุนี or หลวงปู่วัดปากน้ำ This is how he teach, okay, to practice breathing meditation. He discovered something called the 7 base of the mind. So when we breathe in, start from base 1, the nostril, okay, base 2 here at the eyes, between the eyes, okay, base 3, base 4, base 5, base 6, and base 7. Number 7 here is the center of the body. This is where the breath disappear in the mind, from my interpretation. So if we don't know how to meditate, if we don't know where the mind is, okay, but we know that lom hai chai mean when we following our breath in, the breath that we take in, okay, will end at the 7 base of the mind. And then that's how you find the mind. So breath is important in meditation. That is why breathing is one object. When the Buddhas teach us how to contemplate the body, start from breathing. But we have to do it properly, okay? So keep your attention fixed at one place, okay? One of this, okay? And sit with your back straight up, okay? Cross-legged. If you feel comfortable, sit cross-legged. If not, you sit on the chair, okay? Or you can sit on the couch that make yourself comfortable. And you don't have to go to the forest if you don't want to. You can sit in your, kuti or your residence. This is exactly what the Buddha teach us how to contemplate the body. Okay, it's all text. I know it's a lot of text, but again, I think it's important for us to go through this text as well. Okay, let's go together. Mindful, he breathe in. Okay, mindful, he breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Whether he is breathing in long, okay, he comprehends, that means he knows that I am breathing in long. Or whether he is breathing out long, okay, he knows that I am breathing out long. Whether he breathing in short, he knows that I am breathing in short. Or he is breathing out short, he also knows that he breathing out short. This is the first paragraph, okay? And following by, he trained himself thinking, I shall breathing in, experiencing the whole body. He trained himself thinking, I shall breathing out, okay, in and out, experiencing the whole body. Okay? It's all about breathing in and breathing out. And the last paragraph said, he trained himself thinking, I shall breathe in, tranquilizing the activity of the body. Okay, breathing in, still the body movement. And breathing out, okay, I shall breathe out, tranquilizing the activity of the body. Confusing? Okay, they all text, okay, but don't worry. I will summarize for you. But let's finish all the text first, and then we come back to kind of digest this information together. The second paragraph following by this, whether you contemplate the body, the feeling, the mind, and the mind object. So this paragraph always follow. The Buddha said, in this way, monk he abides contemplating the body in the body, internally, externally, and both internally and externally. That's number one. Number two, he said he abides contemplating the nature of arising in the body, okay, and the nature of passing away in the body, or both arising and passing away in the body. And following by mindfulness that there is a body, okay, is established in him to the extent necessary for bare knowledge, and continuous mindfulness. And he abides independent, okay, he is free basically, not clinging to anything in the whole world. That is how, in regard to the body, he abides contemplating the body. Okay, this is how we practice contemplating the body, or mindful of the body. This is something new to you. Okay, in the eye of Buddhism, when we talk about body, there are two kinds of body. You see this keyword here, body in the body. What does it mean? Body in the body, body in the body, mind in mind, feeling in feeling, my object in my object. You see this all the time. Okay, the question is, what it means by body in the body. If we don't understand this, we cannot practice mindfulness of the breathing. Body in the body. This is the body. We know your body, my body. Okay, I can see this is the body. This is no question about it. But there is something called the second body that explained by the Buddha. The second body is called the breath.
Oh, wow.
The breathing is another body. Okay, this is called inner body. With inner body, this outer body can survive. Both of them live together. Okay, that is why, okay, inner body and outer body, we need to observe both. That means we observe the physical body and we observe the breath. The breath consider another body. So there are two bodies, okay? Breath and the physical body. This information is important. Contemplating body in body means contemplating the breath and contemplating the physical body. Okay, this is easier. Okay, I make it 4 color. Okay, that the text that we just read together. The first part, observing the breathing, the long breathing, in and out long. Okay, you breathe in deep, you breathe out deep. Okay, in and out long, and observe how you feel. There is a big difference between breathe in long and breathe in short that affect the body. One body, which is the breath, and the second body, which is the physical body, affect each other. The Buddha wants you to observe that. Not many people know how do you breathe and how your breath affect your physical body. People don't observe that. We have been breathing for our whole life, but we never pay attention how we breathe and how the breath affect the body, how the breath can calm the body. This is something very interesting that the Buddha teach. So let's try breathe in long and breathe out long for a few times. See how you feel. So you breathe in as deep as you can, slowly, okay? Breathe in slowly and breathe out slowly. Breathe in slowly and breathe out slowly for a few times. Feel something? You feel something when you breathe in long, deep, okay? And when you slowly breathe out, okay? Breathe in deeply and breathe out again longly. Okay, this time observe before you breathing out. I want you to observe that turning point where the breathe in meet the breathe out inside your body. Breathe in deeply. Pay attention before you breathe out. Where exactly that the breathe in meet the breathe out in your body? Somewhere, right? somewhere here, but we don't know exactly. There must be some place before you breathe out. Okay. And the yellow color, okay, the Buddha talk about the short breath. Let's breathe in short and breathe out short. How do you feel? You feel time? Breathe in short, breathe in quickly and breathe out quickly. Different from the long one and the short one.
Very different.
Okay, which one more comfortable?
Long breath.
The long breath.
Yeah.
Okay, your body feel more calm, more relaxed. And the green one, okay, practicing breathing, experience the whole body. Breathe in and breathe out. When you breathe in, whether you breathe in long or whether you breathe in short, whether you breathe in long, breathe out short, okay, you breathe in short, you breathe out long, you feel the whole body, how the breath affect the body. This is the importance of the green color. You feel exactly when you breathe in short, you feel your heart is, maybe pumping faster, you'll feel discomfort in certain part of the body, okay? And when you breathe in long, you feel relaxed, you feel smooth, you feel peace. This is called experiencing the whole body. And when you breathe in short and breathe out long, what happens? When you breathe in long and breathe out short, what happens? Play with this breathing. So you get to know your life, you get to know your body more. Okay? Once you practice this more and more, you become expert of your own body. This is exactly the Buddha wants us to cultivate mindfulness of the body, to know exactly how the body feels. And the last one, this is more difficult. Okay, number 4, stilling or tranquilizing the body motion. If you can get yourself to this level, okay, you can manage your mind to be calm in most situations. This is amazing technique. So each step, okay, take time, take as long as you need to observe, breathe in long. You can sit all day, observe, breathe in long, breathe out long. And spend another day, observe, breathe in short and breathe out short. And again, observe the green color. What happened when you breathe in long? What happened to the body? How you feel? What happened when you breathe in short and breathe out short? What happened to the body? How do you feel? Okay. And number 4, this is, a little bit more challenging. Practicing breathing in, stilling the body motion mean what? You can control your breath, and once you can control your breath, you can control your physical body. When you're getting mad, when you're getting mad, you get angry, your heartbeat will go faster, right? Your blood pressure go up. The question is, how can you tell your body to slow down the heartbeat? Slow down and lower your blood pressure by just thinking. You can. But in order to do that, this is a technique. You use your breath. When you can control your breath, you can control your heart, you can control your physical body. See, if you're getting mad, you take a good deep breath 10 times. And then your heart will beat slower, because you can control your breath. This is the importance of breathing, that a lot of people don't know that. When you're getting mad and you don't know what to do, you're counting your breath. This is help you to calm the mind down. But we can control the heart through the breath. Okay, take 10 times, take a deep breath 10 times, take a deep breath 20 times, take a deep breath 30 times, 40 times. Eventually, your mind will be calm and your physical body will be calm. Okay, when the body, which is the breath, and the physical body is calm, then you get to the point where the body can relax. Okay, peace. Okay, and this is called concentration or samadhi. See, mindfulness lead to samadhi. Sati or mindfulness will lead to concentration by just utilize the breathing technique. This is so powerful. This is a summary of the contemplating of the breathing. Number 1, observe the long breath. Okay, when you breathe in long, breathe out long, observe it. Okay. Number 2, observe the short breath. Breathe in short, breathe out short. How do you feel? Number 3, observe the effect between breathe in long and breathe in short that affect the whole physical body. Observe it. And number 4, control. Control what? Control your breath so that the physical body can be calm. This is very useful. When lust control your mind, when angry control your mind, you don't know what to do, you just take a deep breath. And it calms the body down. When the body calm, then the mind calm. When the mind calm, the body calm. But we cannot just suddenly calm the mind down, tell the mind to be calm. No, we can't. But we can utilize the breathing technique to help calming the mind down. Okay, this is extremely important to be able to control the mind by utilizing the breath. Okay, when both body and breath, physical body and breath are calm, concentration occur. Peace, okay, happy can happen. This is called the state of samadhi. You see the picture of how sati take us to concentration by utilizing the breathing technique. Now it's time to practice. Okay, the question is how, Lumpi? How can I practice breathing meditation? How can I observe, okay, or contemplate on my body through the breathing? Okay, in the books of Buddha Kosachan, okay, this is one of the most venerated Buddhist texts in Theravada country. It's called Visuddhimagga. Okay, you can download it off internet. It's free. Okay, in this book explain us how to practice. How to practice calming meditation or samatha. It gives detailed explanation about 40 techniques of how to practice samatha or calming meditation in this book. Breathing is one technique. There are 8 steps to practice breathing meditation. Okay, today we're gonna practice something called counting. Okay, there are 8 of them. Don't worry, all of them. They are counting. They are following. Okay, contacting, fixing, observing, turning away, purification, okay, and retrospection. I will introduce you to 2 techniques of how to practice counting breathing meditation. How to practice breathing meditation through counting technique. The first one is, slow. Counting slow. What it means. You see the number. When you breathe in, you count 1. When you breathe out, you count 1, but you go slow. 1 in and 1 out. Where do you keep your mind or keep your attention? Fixed. Keep it fixed. Remember, don't follow. Keep it fixed here. Or my favorite location, I keep it fixed here, where the breathing in turn to the breathing out. I keep it here. But you don't following your breath. Okay, this is important. You have to keep it fixed. But you use the counting technique. When you breathe in 1, your mind is there. When you breathe out, you say 1, but you say silently. You don't say out loud. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. But you don't go beyond that. When you hit 5, you start 1 again, and you go to 6. 1 to 6, and then 1 to 7, 1 to 8, 1 to 9, 1 to 10. Once you reach 10, you start again from 1 to 5. This is the first technique mentioned from the Visuddhimagga. What about the second technique? This is fast. You need to know which one you feel comfortable. The same technique is to keep your mind fixed at one place. Keep your attention fixed at one place, but you utilize different number. You breathe in and breathe out, you count 1. Breathe in and breathe out, you count 2. You count 1 time. Breathe in and breathe out, you count 3, 4, 5. And the same technique from 1 to 5, 1 to 6, 1 to 7, 1 to 8, 1 to 9, 1 to 10, and start from 1 to 5 again. And go back. Which one would you prefer? This one easier? Okay, we almost done. The mindfulness of breathing, keep this in mind. Consciousness and comfort. Consciousness means you keep your attention fixed at one point. Whether here, okay, on your lips, or somewhere in your stomach, okay, or we can call the center of the body. And then you should feel comfortable, okay, relax. Every time you breathe. Breathe in, breathe out. 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6. Okay, whichever technique you use. Don't get lost. If you get lost, you start over again. Okay. Let's say you go 1, 2, 3, and all of a sudden you're thinking of, I need to do something. I forget my books. You lost, what number was it? And then if you don't know, you start over again. You may have come a long way to 8 already, and then you forget. You have to start again from 1 to 5. No rush. Don't lie to yourself. So if you can practice all of this in one round, you have a pretty good sati without making a mistake, without forgetting any number. You have a pretty good sati or mindfulness. Okay, so you can do that. The rest is just about practice.
Yes.
This is all the theory. To summarize, the first foundation of mindfulness practice the Buddha talked about is to observe or contemplate on the body. When we contemplate on the body, there are 6 elements that we can observe. Today, we only talk about breathing, right? But when you go back and study by yourself, you may find something more interesting than just breathing. By observing full posture, by observing bodily activity, when you eat, when you do laundry, okay? By observing your physical body part, okay? Head hair, body hair, okay? Nail and skin, those kind of things. And then you can observe the dead body as well for some monk, whichever work for you. Whatever technique you should at the end, it helps you to increase sati. With sati being strong, then you can have samadhi, concentration, whichever technique you use. That's the bottom line. Get this picture clear. Okay, any question? So we're done for today about the first foundation of mindfulness, which is the breathing technique. We will continue later on the feeling part, second group.